Everyone, I'm Grace, and on the 3rd of October 2021, which is in 15 weeks' time, I'm going to be running my first ever marathon for Girl Guiding. I'm going to be running the virtual London Marathon, and Girl Guiding Edinburgh have very kindly let me take over their socials every other Monday up until the marathon to let you know a bit more about what I'm doing. So if you follow Girl Guiding Scotland on social media, you'll have definitely seen my face pop up quite a few times. I've just finished my 2-year term as a Speak Out champion, and alongside many things, it's taught me the importance of empowering the young women and girls around you. And so I thought that I would let you in a bit on my journey to running my first ever marathon as a young woman to show you that you can do absolutely anything that you put your mind to, whether that be a marathon or something else. Sport has been a huge part of my life for my entire life. I learned to ride a bike when I was 4. I've been doing bike races since I was 7 or 8. I've done duathlon, I've done road and track cycling, I've done mountain biking, I've done cyclocross, and prior to the pandemic I was away just about every weekend to a bike race. I've taken on challenges such as riding the Strathpuffer, which is the hardest mountain bike race in the world. It's 24 hours long in the middle of winter. I've done the GT7, which is again 7 hours long. I've raced on national levels. I've done youth tours. I've done Scottish track championships. I've really tried my hand at so many disciplines, and my parents are both runners and cyclists. My mum and dad have both run God knows how many marathons combined. I turned 18 on Saturday the 19th of June, so I'm finally old enough to run a proper marathon. I saw that Girl Guiding had charity spaces available, so I applied to run the London Marathon for them. I was offered a virtual London Marathon place, so the idea is you run the marathon, you get the medal, you get the number, you just do it at home. So it means that obviously in COVID times, their capacity in London has been reduced, which actually fits in so much better because I'll be starting university the same week that my marathon is. I start my law degree on the Wednesday and I run the marathon on the Sunday. So I'll be moved out, I'll be living in Glasgow. So it fits in great. So my training plan started last Monday. I did a full week. Feels good. Just some short, hard workouts mixed in with some longer, slow workouts. I'm trying to get my body used to being on my feet for that long period of time. Obviously, coming from cycling, that's a low impact sport, so I've really got to be careful with only being 18. I'm not going to absolutely chew up my joints within the first week. I feel good. It was definitely more challenging than I thought it was going to be, but I think that my main objective for this week is going to be working on my nutrition. So working on figuring out what I need to eat on the long run, as well as making sure that my recovery foods are there. I need to be getting enough protein. I need to be getting enough iron because I've definitely noticed myself feeling more tired. My body is technically going through trauma with having to repair my muscles so quickly, but that's the point. That's why I'm starting training 16 weeks out to get my recovery times down and get my body used to working for that long period of time. Obviously, I've raced bikes for over 6 hours. This is a totally new ballpark, and I'm as new to this as you are. Today's workout is 7 miles at a comfortable pace. It's really hot outside, so probably won't be going that fast. But yeah, it's all about just time on my feet today. And I thought that afterwards I could show you my post-run routine, so how I recover, my stretching, my foam rolling, and I'm going to be taking you along on my workout so that you can see my thought process mile by mile. So before I go out, I'm going to have a snack, I'm going to have some water, I'm going to have an espresso, but I'm going to eat some trail mix. This is my favourite thing to do pre-workout. It's pretty balanced, it's easy on my digestive system. I'm getting the carbs from the fruit and then the fat and protein from nuts. Obviously this is a long workout, so I'm going to need all the energy I can get. Nuts are pretty energy dense, they are an athlete's best friend. So I'm going to eat this. I'm back from a run for a few hours now. I've had a shower I look like I've been hit by a bus, but that is the reality of marathon training. I'm really tired, but I have my yoga mat here, and I'm going to be showing you all of the stretches that I do post-run. They really help with like my shin splints, they stop me getting tight muscles, they basically keep me able to move the next day after a pretty intense workout. I did, I think, 7.2 miles at an 8:10, 8:15 pace. I'm trying to decrease the pace that I'm doing my runs at recently. I'm definitely kind of more of a middle distance athlete, and I tend to do a lot of shorter, well, not totally short, but shorter, faster runs. So I'm gradually bringing my pace down. I have a goal pace for my marathon, so yeah, I'm going to be showing you my sort of post-run yoga / stretch routine. This is inspired from Runner's World. Great website if you need to know like even just the basics of running that I won't cover because I don't have enough time. From experts, from my mum and my dad who've obviously run marathons, so this is sort of what works for me, take a bit of it, but it's just fun to do. Always with the flattering angles for me. Don't really know how the fitness influencers do it, but the first stretch we're going to do is a butterfly stretch. So how we do this is good for the inner thigh and groin area. So we put the soles of our feet together, sort of like a lotus but easier, and I push down, try and push my knees down. I hold on to my feet and push down like this. This is really, really important. I skipped doing this. I never used to stretch. I should have when I was a cyclist, but I didn't. Really neglected it, and then I got a pretty nasty thigh injury, which put me out of running for a few weeks. So this is really important to do. I usually do it for about 30 seconds. I don't actually have a timer on, so I'll just do it till this video ends. So again, really flattering angles as always. Next stretch, probably the most important one in my opinion, is the hamstring stretch. So the way I like to do this is I lie down on my back and I bend my left leg, and with my right leg I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to just pull towards my chest. I pull from just above my knee, and this is really important. And I'd hold that for 30 seconds, switch over so my right leg is bent up, and I'll take this leg, and this is my less flexible leg. So I'll try and pull my knee to my chest, and you can really feel this go all the way from your glute into your ankle. Next stretch I'm doing is a quad stretch. That's the muscle right here at the front of your thigh. Big muscle, works really hard when you're running, so it's important to take good care of it. Put on a jumper because I've got really cold. So all I do, this is really basic, I pick up one of my legs, put my knees together, and I pull my heel into my bum and feel the stretch down here. And then I do the same on the other side, so heel up into my bum, knees together, and feel the stretch right down. So the last stretch that I'm going to be showing you today is a hip flexor stretch. This is really important, especially if you've just started running. I used to always get pain in my hip flexors. It takes a lot of impact, so if you're not used to that, really important to stretch it out afterwards. So I'm just going to be doing a basic low lunge. So one foot in front, other foot behind. Because this is a hip flexor, you can be on your tiptoes on your back leg, which you can't really see. This is a great angle, and I'm just going to lean down as far as comfortable, and you feel the stretch sort of in line with your pelvis. So the stretch that you feel is sort of right there. So lean down as far as comfortable for you and feel it right there. Thank you for joining me in this Instagram takeover today. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks' time, so not next Monday but the next. I'll be reflecting on the 2 weeks of training that I've just had, and I'm going to show you some of my favourite pre and post workout meals, and I think I'm going to take you along on one of my long runs so you can see everything I do there. If you'd like to donate to my Just Giving, I'm going to leave the link below. But yeah, thank you very much. Keep running.